Good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. It's Monday, the 18th of November, 2024. It is program number 1285 of the Lunchroom, and I'm your host, Calixte George Jr. Now, in addition to radio, the frequency, of course, is 101.1 FM. You can also get us at our website, rcisaintlucia.com. You can download our previous shows on that platform. We are also streaming live on Facebook. You just have to search for the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And please be sure to like and share that link as well with your friends and family. Now, for today, we're going to be speaking to Republic Bank in just a bit. They've got a special campaign. It's called Make Your Christmas Magical. And we're going to be speaking with the representative of Republic Bank, Meltus Daisy, in just a bit on that special campaign to make your Christmas happy and magical. But first, just a reminder, if you want to call in to tell us what's on your plate today, the number to do so is 452-3046. Again, 452-3046. And you can also message in via WhatsApp number. That is 724-0008. You can, of course, call in via WhatsApp. We'll take that call as well. And again, it's 724-0008 for WhatsApp. Now, a bit of history for today. In the year 1477, the first English dated printed book was called Dictes and Signs of the Philosophers by William Caxton, and that was printed at his press in London. 1626 on this day saw St. Peter's Basilica being consecrated in Rome, replacing an earlier basilica on the same site and becoming the world's largest Christian church. 1916 on this day saw British General Douglas Haig finally calling off the first Battle of the Somme in World War I after more than 1 million soldiers were killed or wounded. 1928 on this day, a bit more brighter news, Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie was released, and that was the first Mickey Mouse sound cartoon. Before that, they were all without sound. 1978 in Jonestown, Guyana, 918 members of the People's Temple are murdered or commit suicide under the leadership of cult leader Jim Jones. And in 1993, on this day, black and white leaders in South Africa approve a new democratic constitution. We now head across to our dish of the day. And welcome back to the program. We do hope that you're having a very blessed Monday. Hope it's a good start to the week. And it's going to get even better because we've got Republic Bank online and they're going to be telling us about a really special campaign. It's called Make Your Christmas Magical. That's right, Christmas is around the corner. And to tell us about this offering from Republic Bank, we've got Mr. Meltus Daisy. He is a personal banking officer at Republic Bank EC Limited. And so, welcome to the program, sir. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm good. I'm doing all right. I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful.
Just to share a little bit about what we have going on this Christmas for our customers.
Wonderful. So we are very, very excited because everybody, I think most people love Christmas, unless if you're the Grinch or Scrooge or whatnot. But it's coming around the corner. We're counting down the days already. So tell us, Meltus, what's in store for us this year with this Make Your Christmas Magical campaign?
All right. So basically, of course, I'm here to talk about it's one of our most exciting campaigns of the year. All right. We tried it last year and it was a big hit. And this year, we want to make it magical again, hence the name. All right. So we have an amazing offers, amazing deals, and prices as well for our customers to, help make the Christmas magical this year. All right. So I'm thrilled and pumped to just talk about what we have. All right. And it's not only for our retail or personal customers, we also have things in store for businesses as well to help boost the stuff this Christmas. All right.
Okay, that's fantastic. So let's talk about some of the details. in this campaign that makes it so magical. So what
Yes.
about, you mentioned the retail customers?
Yes.
What are they looking forward to this year?
All right. But first of all, I'm just going to go back a bit and say that, this year, the campaign, it actually started November 1st.
Okay.
All right. And it runs until January 31st, 2025. All right.
So it's
like
more
I
than
said,
Christmas then.
Yes, it's Christmas and beyond.
I suspect some people will be coming to you after Christmas for some bailouts, but let's see how that goes.
Yeah, but it's just about we bring in the magic for both retail and business customers. Because we want to make the holiday season unforgettable for everyone as much as possible. And whether it be if somebody's looking for that dream vehicle they've always wanted, a new home, all right, or is it just a business owner ready to take things to the next level? So we put out all the stuff this year to try to make things nice for our customers. All right. So we have amazing deals and amazing rates. So customers can visit any branch, speak to a loans officer, and get feedback as to the rates we offer and the amazing deals we offer. But what makes it really magical this year is the prizes customers can win for doing business with us for Christmas. All right. So yes, and I know people like to wear prizes because that's what people.
Well, everybody's looking for their Christmas gifts, so you can tell us about those. Certainly.
All right. So basically, for our personal or retail customers, anyone who takes out any loan during the campaign period, they actually have a chance to win a shopping spree valued at 1,500 EC dollars, or the US dollar equivalent. All right. And the way it works, so anybody who takes a loan, applies for a loan, and is approved and closed, all right, then they enter for a chance to win that shopping spree. And it will be actually one lucky winner will be picked for each month. So one winner for November and one winner for December. So, somebody, just for taking a loan, somebody could be walking away with a nice little cash prize to shop till they drop this holiday season.
Okay. So there's a Black Friday. So you're going to have a Black Friday offering and a Christmas offering in terms of shopping.
2 months, yeah.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah, but that's not all. All right. We actually have something bigger in store for our customers. All right. And actually, it's a Caribbean cruise.
Wow.
Right? That's right.
Okay. So I think you're definitely going to get a lot of people interested in this one at this point.
Yes. So one lucky customer will get a chance to win a Caribbean cruise, to sail around all the beautiful Caribbean destinations.
Well, I'm hoping this is a Caribbean cruise for two. Is it a Caribbean cruise just for yourself? How does that work?
Well, it says what is one lucky customer.
Okay. But it's probably there's a cruise for two.
It's a getaway, a personal getaway. When somebody will get a chance to go away. All thanks to Republic Bank, of course.
Wonderful.
All right. So that's an amazing deal. Just all customers have to do again. You take any loan at Republic, you get a chance to win either the cash prize. One lucky customer will win in November and December, and the grand prize for one lucky customer will win that amazing cruise.
So that's in January. When is that going to be revealed?
Well, the results will be revealed eventually. I mean, we have to give people a chance to take it. We have until January 31st, so we can't say that we can't end in December. So the grand prize of the cruise will be after January when everybody is entered.
Okay.
But for November and December, it's only customers who take the products within that period will get a chance to qualify for the cash prize of the shopping spree of $1,500.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what about businesses? What's in store for them?
All right. So for our business customers, whether it's micro enterprises or just our normal small business customers, we actually have very nice, attractive rates and flexible terms on loan products for them. And we're talking about financing of up to $50,000 unsecured or $20,000 US unsecured. So we require no security. You come in, we assess it, and you can get up to $50,000 to help boost your business this season.
Wow. Okay.
All right. But that's not all. All right. So there is actually a prize now for the business customers.
Okay. Even the businesses are getting prizes. Tell us about those.
Yeah. So just like if retail, if you take a loan and the business, you're eligible to win a prize as well. So we're actually talking about a $10,000 cash injection into the business. All right.
Okay.
So one lucky customer will actually give them a cash injection of 10,000 EC dollars. All right. So whether it be if they want to upgrade equipment, expand, and maybe because of all it's for the holiday season, sometimes you need some more inventory because people are shopping, things are happening. So sometimes you need that little boost of inventory for the holiday season. So whatever it is our business customers want to do, there is the chance to win a $10,000 cash injection just by coming in and taking a loan product with us this Christmas. All right.
Meltos, just back up a little bit on your retail customers. Do they?
Yes.
Is there a cap on the loan size? I noticed you mentioned, of course, in terms of the business, you mentioned up to 50,000 EC
yes.
or 20,000 US. But what about the other customers, individuals?
Now, so there's no cap on the loan because it can be a loan for anything personal. So you can look at personal small loans, vehicles, mortgages, land loans. So there's no cap on these loans really. So any loan a customer takes, they're eligible to win the prize.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
So this is for any loan. It doesn't matter. If you could be coming in right now, you are going to be you will be part of this campaign. Make your Christmas magical. Wonderful.
Yes, anybody. So let me just recap a bit, right? So it's very simple. So for original customers, you come in, you take any loan, make it happen loan with us. All right, whether for, like I said, vehicle, mortgage, land, or anything you want to do, and business as well, any loan whatsoever. As long as you take a loan product, you are eligible to win the prizes this season. So you just come in, you see your banking officer, and you can see what we can do for you. And just for doing that, we are rewarding some of our lucky customers.
So Republic Bank is playing the role of Santa Claus this Christmas. You're offering lots of shopping sprees, Caribbean cruises, support for small businesses, cash injections. That's really fantastic. What's on offer? So that's good stuff.
Yeah, because the campaign is all about helping our customers, both personal and business this holiday season. Because people sometimes you like to treat yourself. You've had a tough year, and Christmas is always a time to spread the joy and spread the cheer. So we're all about trying to make customers' dreams come true, and trying to just add that little magic to Christmas for everyone. So we have nice rates to make the loan financing easier and very good packages to make you get that vehicle or that new home. So that's what we're all about this Christmas, just trying to spread the cheer and trying to make our customers' Christmas magical this year.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. And we're all looking for some Christmas cheer, definitely. So any type of loan, you can go in and make it happen loan. You said there's a car loan, a land loan, house, anything like that. And you, in fact, are going to qualify as part of this Make Your Christmas Magical campaign. Or if you want to, of course, as you mentioned, if you're a business owner and you want to get up to speed for a grand opening or something of the sort, and come Christmas, it's a good opportunity to do so as well through Republic Bank. So,
and don't forget the prizes. Prizes, very good prizes.
Well, I could definitely see myself on that cruise. I could tell you that for sure. That'll be a very much needed vacation. Of course, so it's happening. It's amazing offers thanks to Republic Bank. Make Your Christmas Magical campaign. And you said it's already started. It was from November the 1st, and it's going up to the end of January 31st, 2025. And how do you access that? Just call. You can call into Republic Bank number, or you got to go in person.
Well, we have a number of different platforms customers can reach us by. We have our online platform via the website, where customers can actually submit a loan application request on there. Or you could also come into the branch or call in and speak to a sales representative or sales officer. So whichever avenue, as long as we grant you a loan this Christmas, you are eligible to win these prizes for both our personal and business customers. All right.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I know, of course, a lot of people are looking to make certain investments. They might want to be, sprucing up the house, making physical improvements to their homes for Christmas, or, maybe something else, whatever the case may be, buy a piece of land or gifts, never know, for family. So it certainly is a very good time, and it's good to know that you can actually get something more than what you've been putting in, thanks to Republic Bank and some of these offers. Of course, just to remind you, You could win a Caribbean cruise. You could be winning shopping sprees across the months of November and December. And if you are a small business, you can also be getting in a $10,000 cash injection into your small business. That's a gift if you win it from Republic Bank. Meltus, thank you so very much for coming on and sharing with us today.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me. And remember, make your Christmas magical with Republic Bank this year. We're here to help you make your wishes come true, guys.
Thank you so very much. And we've been speaking to Mr. Meltus Daisy. He is the personal banking officer at Republic Bank Eastern Caribbean Limited. And of course, you can check them out for those wonderful offerings. Make your Christmas magical campaign. That's our dish of the day. And of course, thanks Republic Bank for that. We, of course, are going to be switching gears. Now, I do have to mention that, in fact, a little later on in the program, we, in fact, are going to be speaking with some representatives of the National Awards Committee. And as you know, every year around Independence, there are some state awards which are, in fact, issued by the Governor General, the Order of St. Lucia. And of course, there's an opportunity, as always, for the public to nominate individuals, to let us know who you think is worthy of getting awarded or recognized by the state. And of course, so we do certainly hope that you can take that on as well. And of course, right, that'll be after the weather report, which I think probably what we can do is that we'll take the weather report a little earlier than usual, so that we can actually start that interview with those two representatives of the those of the National Awards Committee at that time at 1:30. Now, just of course, switching gears a little bit into a brand new week, and of course, always a bit of politics out there, and the matter of taxes is one of the things that we spoke about sometime last week, and the big question is, how can government balance and increase its revenue without necessarily having to create new taxes or raise taxes and what have you? Well, of course, tax breaks are quite often things that are promised. Very famously, of course, Donald Trump, he promised quite a lot of tax breaks. Republicans, presidents tend to do that. They quite often are coming with the offer of tax breaks. And we're hearing right here in the right here in St. Lucia, the opposition United Workers' Party is proposing just the same. And there's a very interesting story from the St. Lucia Times on this matter. It reads as follows. The opposition United Workers' Party is continuing its criticisms of the present administration's management of the economy, arguing that inflation levels can be better controlled. The UWP has promised that if re-elected into office, its economic strategies will benefit the people of St. Lucia. At a press conference last week, convened by executive members, the issue was discussed once more. Second deputy leader of the party, Dominic Fede, reiterated a prior UWP manifesto promise of reducing the rate of taxation. During their 2016 campaign, the party had promised to remove the value added tax completely, which at the time was at a rate of 15%. Upon entering office, the VAT was reduced to 12.5%. This time, without disclosing the rate at which taxes would be reduced, Fede promised a tax break for St. Lucians. Quote, the United Workers' Party will make sure that the same rate of tax will be paid by consumers that is paid by large hotel developers and developers or large investors. We will make sure that you, the people of St. Lucia, get the tax break and the help that you need. That is a big thing, he said. Fede says a new EWP administration will focus on economic development and job creation, noting that being employed during this critical economic time is a bonus. Quote, we will build a dynamic economy. We will focus on economic growth and job creation. It's important. Once you've got a job, you stand a better chance of affording the cost of living situation. We will increase the transportation subsidy to make sure that your school children can go to school for free, he promised. And as I said, that story coming from the St. Lucia Times, thanks to them. Well, I mean, in some respects, we've heard some of this before, certainly. And you would recall that, in fact, the former Prime Minister, Alan Shasney, had put within his title or portfolio, uh, in addition to being Minister of Finance, he was also Minister for Economic Growth and Job Creation. And so, of course, those taglines coming back into the fore as being identified as pretty important. And of course, economic growth is important for a number of reasons, because effectively what you want to do is to expand the pie, ensure that the pie is becoming larger so that everybody can, in fact, get a bigger share of the same pie. And especially, of course, as your population may be increasing. Now, interestingly enough, in the case of job creation, we're actually at a point where unemployment has not ever been lower than it is currently. And it, in fact, stands, I think, somewhere around 11%, according to the most recent data coming from the Statistics Department within the government of St. Lucia. Now, that, of course, is not to say that we should not be aiming for a lower unemployment rate. And certainly, it would be a great day to see when unemployment in St. Lucia gets down into the double digits and gets to a point where effectively uh, as many people who are in fact within the labor force are in fact employed. Of course, the bigger challenge we also face is not really just getting an individual a job, but ensuring that the jobs that they are engaged in are in fact productive, are in fact bringing in the kind of benefits and returns that would be able to sustain themselves. And that, of course, is and has been a big issue, of course. The quality of work. And we've also heard, of course, quite often from the Chamber of Commerce and others in the productive sectors that there tends to be a mismatch when it comes to the skills that people are coming into the labor market with and what is actually required within the labor force. And so that, I think, is a major challenge still to this day. Of course, some efforts being placed, and thankfully hearing about this time efforts with respect to technical vocational education and training, which of course has been something we've been hearing about and we've spoken about for years and years and years. And so it's good to see that, in fact, that is finally rolling out in terms of some of these TVET institutes, the National TVET Institute that is being rolled out at 4 secondary schools on the island, so that it's not just providing merely academics, but also practical skills which individuals can, in fact, begin using as they come out of the school. So I think that is certainly one of the critical areas that emphasis still needs to be placed on. And of course, in terms of higher skills, tertiary education. And we've been hearing the Minister of Education speaking quite a bit about that, first generation scholarships and the like. But we're going to put a pause on that conversation at this time so we can, in fact, take in our weather report.
Thank you so much, Calix. It's now time for the weather report. The weather report at this hour is made possible with the compliments of Island Style Thailand Bath.
This is Radio Caribbean International. It's now time for the weather news.
And that it is. It's now for the weather report, which is of 12 noon today for the 18th of November, 2024. Our forecast of this hour is Venantius Descart. Let's take a look at the forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours. The winds will be blowing between the east and the southeast near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter and variable at times. The weather, partly cloudy to cloudy with a few showers today, becoming mostly cloudy with scattered showers, which may be heavy in some locations, and a chance of isolated thunderstorms tonight. There's an advisory for residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslides. You are advised to be vigilant and to exercise caution. Again, the forecast for St. Lucia valid for the next 24 hours. The winds will be blowing between the east and the southeast near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter and variable at times. The weather, partly cloudy to cloudy with a few showers today, becoming mostly cloudy with scattered showers, which may be heavy in some locations, and a chance of isolated thunderstorms tonight. Again, residents in areas prone to flooding and landslides, you are advised to be vigilant and to exercise caution. On now to the marine forecast. I want to say good afternoon to the small craft operators. They normally tune in for this time. The tides for the Castries Harbor, high tide will be at 8 minutes before 5 this afternoon. The low tide at 8 minutes before, 8 minutes after 12 midnight. And for the VFOB, we are presently experiencing low tide. High tide will be at a minute before 6 this evening. The seas moderate with the waves and northerly swells 4 to 6 feet, the same as 1.2 to 1.8 meters in open waters. For the Lesser Antilles, it's partly cloudy to cloudy skies with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. And our tropical weather outlook, light to moderate easterly to southeasterly winds are expected across the eastern Caribbean region during the next couple of days. Moisture and instability associated with a frontal boundary and an upper level trough will generate cloudiness with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms over the Lesser Antilles during the forecast period. Again, the tropical weather outlook, light to moderate easterly to southeasterly winds are expected across the eastern Caribbean region during the next couple of days. And moisture and instability associated with a frontal boundary and an upper level trough will generate cloudiness with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms over the Lesser Antilles during the forecast period rather. And that's the official weather report. You can join us again in the morning at around 6:30. Our next report from the Met Service is due on the station at that time. Thank you very much, Venantius, for the update at this time. Don't forget, an advisory for residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslides to be vigilant and to exercise caution. The weather was brought to you by Island Style Thailand Bath.
And welcome back to the Lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. I hope you had a good lunch, or it's still happening. I hope it's a good one. Unfortunately, we've been having quite a bit of rain, so some people were a little disappointed with the cricket yesterday, washout. Good match on Saturday, a victory for the West Indies. A bit of at least a consolation, I suppose, considering that they were not able to pull it off for the T20 series. Now we're switching gears a little bit to talk about honors and awards. And of course, every independence, the island looks forward to honoring a number of its citizens, as well as persons who may not even be citizens as well, in some instances, to recognize their contribution to St. Lucia, the community, the public service, across a number of different spheres. And of course, it's a very important undertaking, and that recognition of individuals, preferably while they are still alive, is certainly a very important thing for all countries. And so there is, in fact, an Independence Awards Committee, National Awards Committee, and they've been operating and functioning to assist His Excellency the Governor General and, of course, the government in going through the applications, going through the process, and bringing forward good consideration, objective consideration to these individuals. So, of course, we're going to hear from them today about the process, about how you can, in fact, maybe honor your neighbor, your auntie, or somebody you thought in the community has done a good thing. And now is the time to find out how that all happens. And so very pleased to have with me joining Dr. Kentry Japierre, as well as Miss Sharon Ephraim of the National Independence Awards Committee. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the Lunchroom.
Thank you. So thank you very much, Calixte.
So, as I said, it's that time again. And the whole issue of nominations for awards, many different awards and classes of awards. Take us through the importance, first and foremost, of this undertaking.
Okay, well, it is really an opportunity for citizens around St. Lucia, all over St. Lucia, and in the diaspora as well, to seek out the unsung heroes in the various communities, those that they believe are deserving of some kind of national recognition. So it is the opportunity for all St. Lucians to seek out those people, right? And to submit nominations to the National Awards Committee for consideration. As you mentioned, the whole idea is to recognize those unsung heroes while they are alive, and to, in fact, give them the just recognition that they deserve.
Indeed. Now, Sharon, I mean, you've been part of this committee for a good number of years now. How many people have we actually even honored over the years? Do we know that? Do you have a sense of this?
I think we are in the range so far of about, say, I think we are. Thanks again, Calixte, for having us, and RCI for having us. We appreciate that a lot. But to answer your question, I think we have a number of about 100 plus persons that we have awarded so far in the various categories.
Okay, so every year you honor about...
Every year in each category, every year, we only unfortunately, we only can take about 2 or 3 in some cases of persons per category.
Okay.
So in the various categories, that will probably be about 30 people.
In total?
In total.
Every year.
Yes, unfortunately, we are not able to take more because that is the criteria. Don't forget, we are governed by an act, and we have to go through what it tells us to do. And so we have many persons who apply, who send in the nominations for persons to be able to be recognized. We wish we could have taken more. We still call out for as much applications as possible, so that when we go through the application, you just never know, your application may be the one that will be will be recognized based on the criteria and if all the information that we ask are in place. And so sometimes we get over 100. I think there was a year we got over 200 applicants.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So there are many different classes of awards.
Yes.
Maybe you should perhaps walk us through the options for individuals if you may want to, nominate somebody.
Right.
Because we would have to know what you're being nominated for, of course.
Most definitely. So the classes of awards are, you have the St. Lucia Medal of Honor. This comes in gold and silver. And I will just tell you how you go about being able to nominate the person for that award, because sometimes we get persons nominating persons and putting them in the wrong category. For example, if you have someone that is within music, etc., you would not put them into someone who is awarded for community service, so to speak, right? So we have to be able to nominate the person that we are nominating based on the information that we receive for the right category. And so the St. Lucia Medal of Honor, gold, a person who has rendered eminent service of national importance to St. Lucia, and B, only for acts of conspicuous courage in circumstance of extreme peril. That's for the gold. And the silver, a person who has rendered eminent service of national importance to St. Lucia only for acts of bravery in hazardous circumstance. Then we have the St. Lucia Medal of Merit. It also comes in gold and silver. A person who has performed long and meritorious service in the arts, literature, science, or other such fields in St. Lucia, or in the diaspora as well. St. Lucia Le Pitot Medal, it comes in gold, silver, and bronze. Persons who have performed long and meritorious service to St. Lucia tending to promote loyal public service, national welfare, or to inculcate and strengthen community spirit.
Now
I want to
stick
point
up in, please,
okay.
because I think now people may be wondering, how do I differentiate, let's say, for instance, between the St. Lucia Medal of Merit and the Le Pitot Medal? Because I noticed in the description that you just gave of the Le Pitot Medal, it talks about meritorious service. So how does one think about these different medals? Like, which one should I nominate somebody for?
Well, I think one of the things is that you really wouldn't be able to make sense of it now that we are in fact just speaking about it. I think it would be useful for people who have an interest to get on the website and to actually, get on the website where the information is lodged, and to be able to sit down and read through, what is presented on the website, or alternatively, to get one of the nomination forms, because the various criteria would be indicated on the nomination forms, so that you'll be in a position then to sit down and to read through it and to determine, okay, this is the category best suited for the person that I want to nominate.
Okay.
And I want to add, if I may, that whoever is doing who is nominating that individual should know that individual very well. And if in case there is other persons that knows the individual, just have a conversation with them, speak with them, ask them what else that you don't know that they know the person did before, to afford them the opportunity to be able to be nominated. So we try our best to tell applicants that they should not involve that individual that you are going to nominate, but just in case you have some information that you already need, because you have to justify why are you nominating that person, then you may just speak with the individual in case you cannot get anybody to give you more information. But we would try our best to tell them to just keep it like a surprise for the individual until on Independence Day the name is being called and you are aware, etc.
So ideally, you want to keep this confidential.
Yes. So
the actual application.
So even if you are going to be seeking some information from the person, you do not have to say to the person, look, I'm going to nominate you for the award. You will say, Calixte, what have you been doing at this point in time and so on?
You have to ask it smartly.
Yes,
try to
yes.
figure
Try
out.
to get the information
Exactly.
in as subtle way as possible.
Yes.
You know, so the person does not necessarily get the impression that, look, this person wants to nominate me for an award. We try to encourage people to keep it, you know, as secretive as possible.
Perhaps another follow-up question is, Matter, do you go solely by the information in the application, or are you able to perhaps do your own research or investigation?
Well, really, we go solely by what is presented. And that is why we encourage people to make a good case. You know, I have seen instances, for example, where I know a particular individual is deserving of an award, but the case was not made. And somebody that probably I felt might have been less deserving, you know, was actually awarded because whoever made the nomination really made a good case for that person.
Yeah.
But the committee is not going to be going out there seeking out the information. We leave it up to the person making the nomination to make that case an impressive case,
Yes.
you know, so that in fact the person will get in the nomination.
Okay. Now I noticed on the website, the Governor General's website, they mentioned 7 classes, and we just went through 3 of them. But I noticed there was Grand Cross of the Order of St. Lucia, GCSL, and St. Lucia Cross SLC. I noticed you didn't mention them. Is that because they are awarded differently? What?
The Grand Cross is actually awarded only to a person who holds the office of Governor General.
Okay. So this is only for the Governor General.
Yes, that's the Grand Cross.
And the St. Lucia Cross.
The St. Lucia Cross, of course, somebody who has
who has rendered distinguished and outstanding service of national importance to St. Lucia.
And of course, you are very limited.
And very limited.
You know, in terms of the number of people who would be awarded that.
Okay. Yes, I think, Sharon, you mentioned that there are caps.
Yes, there are caps. There are caps.
Various awards,
and also, I want to mention that while we say gold, silver, and in some cases bronze, you find many times persons nominate persons and they go for gold. We get most of the applications that we get, persons nominate persons for gold because you had gold and you want that person to be able to get the gold. Whereas we have instances where sometimes we have silver and we have bronze, and nobody nominates anybody, and that actually can go towards someone who you think that is eligible, instead of making that opportunity go to waste, because you're receiving a medal like that. To me, in my mind, whether it's silver or bronze, I'm still getting that prestigious award, and then the good thing about it is that if that person gets silver or bronze, you can again go back and nominate the person and make a better case in another year, so that the person can be able to get another type of award, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, if I may, that has always been a bit of my critique of the process, that I would have thought, okay, if you have St. Lucia Medal of Honor, then you apply for it, but then it should be perhaps left up to the committee to decide who's getting gold, who's getting silver, who's getting bronze. So you can, in fact, apportion accordingly. Because as you're rightly saying, you may end up with a situation where you have 10 people applying for gold and only 1 applying for bronze, and then you'll only give the 1 applying for bronze almost automatically, I suppose. But
yes, we get some persons telling us just what you just mentioned, but at the same time, like I said earlier on, we are governed by an act, and these are the rules. And until the act is amended, we will not be able to make that, because we as a committee, we cannot do no changes to what we receive on the form. We have to go as per what is given to us, and we cannot make no changes. We cannot even take out somebody from bronze and we have a space in silver and say we'll push up that person to silver.
Right.
We cannot do no adjustments to that at all.
So it is solely based on the applicant and where the applicant decides to apply for the particular
That's
award.
correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, timelines. I mean, obviously, this is in lead up to Independence 2025, when St. Lucia celebrates, was it 46 years?
Thereabouts.
Yes. And
Yes.
we obviously know that this has to be sent in before a particular time. So, what are the timelines?
The
for
deadline for submission of nominations is December 20th.
December 20th.
Yes,
Okay.
the 20th of December.
Okay. So we have about a month
Right.
within which this has to be sent in.
That's right. So that's why we are now reaching out to people on all the various media and so on. We're trying to get to people, to try to encourage people as much as possible to send in those nominations before the 20th of December, because we have to get the information in, to the office of the Prime Minister and the office of the Governor General, as soon as, well, not as soon as possible, but we need to get it in times so that the various arrangements could be made, So we are asking people to try to meet those that deadline of December the 20th. I know people will be asking about nomination forms and so on.
Right.
We are trying to make it, as accessible as possible.
Are they available online?
They are available.
Yes, I'm seeing them
definitely
already
online
at the Governor General's
That's right.
website.
That's right. But apart from, for those people who don't have access to computers, to whatever, we are making those forms available at the various libraries around the island, at the various post offices around the island, at the various constituency councils, the offices of the various constituency councils, and also at the office of the Prime Minister. So those forms are available there.
You also have other NGOs like the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, all of those organizations are able to get forms. You can get forms from them as well. Yeah, so we try to put the forms all over the place so that you will not say that you don't have access to it. There is access to the forms.
Now, is there a way of knowing whether somebody has already received an award? Should the person call
on the form?
Well, no, like say for instance, I want to nominate Sharon Ephraim, but I don't know whether or not Sharon Ephraim has already been awarded the St. Lucia Medal of Honor. So how do is there a way of knowing or checking that?
You can go online and you are able to go online and check to see, or we ourselves as a committee member, we cannot tell an individual whether the person have received an award.
But I thought that would be
but one of the things that you would have to would be doing your research in terms of unearthing the information about the person, and so on. And in doing so, I am sure that you would find out that person has actually received an award. But as Sharon indicated, you have a list of the various recipients.
You have it.
Okay, so every year it's published, right? And so
yes, it's published.
I was just wondering whether there's a place you could call, whether it's Government House, to find out, well, okay, this is the list of all the awardees over the years, so that you can know. Well, or maybe if you may, this person may have won a Le Piton medal.
And then
can they now be nominated for another one? Maybe
most definitely.
Medal of Merit? Okay.
Most definitely. You make all your applications. We, the committee, will determine when we get the applications.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about the committee. Who's on the committee? Who's making those decisions? How is it constituted?
Okay, so the committee is made up of a chairperson. The chairperson is none other than Mauricia Thomas Francis. We have Imam Louis, who is our secretary. She's actually the secretary as well in the Prime Minister's office. We have Wilbert King, retired senior public servant and serving member of the Public Service Commission. We have Dr. Kentry Japierre, chair of the Public Service and Teaching Service Commission. If I may say, Mr. Japierre is automatic as the public service, yes, as well as Mr. Wilbert King. But also Mr. Wilbert King is representing the government, and likewise myself, I'm representing the government of St. Lucia. We have Malaika Compton, who is representing the opposition, and Vern Gard, Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police automatic as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I suppose because maybe I cut you short, Sharon, you didn't actually get to complete the list of some of the classes. There are some specific to the public service.
Yes, there are some classes specific to the public service. There are some classes whereby the commissioner of police and the team, they have a committee who would look at in terms of the police and determine who they would like to nominate or recommend for the award, as well as you have the cadet corps that can
Okay.
send in applications as well and determine who they would like to nominate for the award.
So these are closed applications. So I can't go and say, well, I know this police officer,
Closed
and I can, make a
No,
recommendation.
no.
This is done through
Right.
that special
Yes. So,
So what I
those
can-
are, most of those are long service
long
awards.
service awards.
You know,
Yes.
so you get it. So the commissioner of police, the chief fire officer, the superintendent of prisons, as well as the chairman of the public and teaching service commissions, are invited by the governor general to make nominations of persons for long service.
I understand. So according to what the nomination form allows here, I'm saying I can nominate for the St. Lucia Cross, St. Lucia Medal of Honor, Gold or Silver, St. Lucia Medal of Merit, Gold or Silver, and the St. Lucia Le Piton Medal, Gold or Silver or Bronze.
That's right.
Those are what I can, as a member of the public,
That's right.
actually
Yes.
nominate for.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Okay. And I have up until December the
20th of December.
to be
Yes.
able to actually do so. So I have to get the form and put this information in on the form. Can I if I have a soft copy of the form, can I type it out?
Yes.
You can do that.
You can do that. You could send it. You could send the forms online, or you could hand deliver it in hard copy to the secretary of the committee. Either way, and I need to emphasize again that we are also inviting St. Lucians in the diaspora to make nominations. We are inviting them to make nominations, and we are also saying that people in the diaspora could be nominated as well.
So St. Lucians living overseas,
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
in fact,
That's
can
correct.
be nominated.
Yes, that's correct.
So in fact, let's say I was living in New York for the past 30 years, and I've made a significant contribution in St. Lucia Labor Day celebrations or whatever.
That's
I can
right.
actually be nominated.
That's right. That's right. So the whole idea is to capture all of those, those unsung heroes all over the world, because you have people making contributions in from all parts of the world, and we need to rein them in. And the sports people do that very well, Brazilians and English people, when football time, they look for the players, in all the different clubs all around the world, and so on. They don't just restrict it to those clubs at home. Likewise with the awards and so on, it has not been restricted to people at home alone, but we are seeking out people from all over the world who are contributing significantly, as St. Lucians.
Now I'm putting Sharon under pressure, so she's going to have to develop a little bit of a trivia system for the national awards, because I'm curious to know, do we know who's the oldest person who's ever received an award? I mean, at what age, and the youngest person? Do you have any idea?
I guess not really,
Well, maybe that's
Calixte.
some homework for the
But that
national
is some
awards.
homework. I think the committee, we can look at that. That is a very nice question. Very,
Because I know,
very
for instance,
interesting
obviously
question.
we have National Youth Awards.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, a young person could
Yes.
potentially also be awarded
Yes.
a national award.
That
as
is
well.
very, 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 very nice question. But we will look into that. If I may also add what my country was saying there a while ago, that we want completed nominations forms to be in a sealed envelope, right? When they send it out to the secretary, it must be in a sealed envelope, and the address is the Secretary, National Awards Committee, care of Office of the Prime Minister, Graham Weezy Administrative Building, Waterfront, Castries.
So that's where I have to drop off the physical copy.
Yes,
So to the Prime Minister's
physical.
office, 5th floor
Yes.
on the waterfront,
Yes.
at Graham Weezy
Yes.
Building.
And I also want to add. You say no?
Well, I wasn't sure that Kenchi was suggesting that could I email in to, is there
Yes.
an email
Yes,
option?
Yes, there is an email option as well. Can be submitted online at recognition.gov.lc. You would get that the specifics if you visit the website of the Office of the Governor General.
Okay.
That's correct.
So you could check
I
out
want-
that website, Office of the Governor General. You just have to Google it. It's governorgeneral.govt.lc.
Or you can also send it to the secretary at emam@govt.lc. So the secretary.
Okay, so you just want to repeat that again because Imam, you said the secretary?
Louis
Or imam.louis
at govt.lc.
Okay, so that's you can email that
as
directly.
well. Yes.
Now, when you're sending that in, let me be understanding. Do I have to? Is the form? Is there a signature required for the form?
Yes. So I'm going to go through that with you.
Okay. So when I'm emailing it, I actually have to be emailing a PDF document then.
Yes.
So I have to have the physical form,
That's
print
correct.
it out, sign it,
That's
scan it, and then send it in as a
because
PDF.
unsigned documents will not be
So you won't
must
have
be
a
signed.
okay.
So I was just going to go through that. All nomination forms must be made on the prescribed form, and all submissions must provide justification for the award proposed and must bear the name and signature of the individual making the submission. Both name and signature must be legible. Nomination forms must be completed in the entirety. And I will repeat, any section of the form that is left undone, automatically it will be disqualified, the application.
Okay, so I need to make sure that I fill out every
single thing.
Item.
Yes.
Now, if I have queries about anything on the form, who can I call?
Well, you could refer to the secretary.
Okay, so is there this is the secretary to the
to the committee.
Okay, all right. So is there no number? I just have to that email that you gave.
That email address. Yes.
imam.louisi at govt.lc. Okay.
Nominations received after that date, after the deadline date, will not be considered. As in stating the justification for the award, please take note, listeners. A statement of service rendered must be provided to reflect full details of national interests performed by the nominee and, in your opinion, the quality of that performance. All facts must be stated clearly and concisely. State whether the service was performed in or out of St. Lucia, and whether the nominee has been rewarded or recognized for any of them previously. If applicable, the names and addresses of any beneficiaries must be provided. Note that simple providing a curriculum vitae, it's not sufficient. So we want justification. Nominations submitted without the statement of service rendered will not be considered. Resubmissions are accepted in respect of persons who were not previously considered due to established quotas. Sometimes some worthwhile nominations could not have been considered in the past.
Okay, so just clarify that point a little bit, please. You have to write out the justification.
Yes.
As to why you think the person needs to be there. But you may also attach a supporting curriculum vitae or resume or something like that.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So the curriculum vitae, but we encourage more than the curriculum vitae.
Yeah, so you have to put the justification within the form. You're going to write it out, explain.
That's right.
But then you can, in fact, attach supporting documentation.
That's right.
For your case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to emphasize the point that you may have nominated somebody in the past, and that person may not have been awarded. Right? But maybe it is because there were a lot of nominees in that year. So you might want to re-nominate that person.
Right.
And maybe this year the person might
you just never know. I want to say also that we, the committee members, we are not able to know that someone probably would have been one of those recipients, we cannot take that application and put it back for the following year.
Right.
You must reapply.
Mhm.
If the person did not get through and you really think that person should get through, don't give up on seeing to it that the person is being
Try and try and try.
Try and try and try. One day you'll
Okay.
succeed.
Wonderful. This has been very, very enlightening, and I hope we have clarified a lot of, the procedure, the process as to how individuals can go about nominating individuals. We had too much. We're a dead hero society. This is an opportunity for anybody who believes that there's somebody in their community, in their family, and everywhere to be able to make a submission, and we do hope that that is all possible. Just a comment: with all those mandatory and detailed requirements, do they feel that this will hinder the quantity of submissions? How are the submissions coming along? The quantities. I mean, I know you mentioned 1 year you had over 200. So of course it's there are people out there, I suppose, who are in fact doing so. Do you find a lot of institutions are nominating people as well? I know you mentioned some service organizations.
I think more individuals.
More individuals are
Yes.
involved in nominating.
Yes, more individuals.
You have one or two, institutions, but it's mainly the individuals.
Okay.
More individuals. But just to answer the person's question, I know it is a lot that is asked for on the form, and I know it is not many persons that we can at any one point in time afford the opportunity to be recognized to get that award, but you just never know. So if you really feel that person that you would like to nominate is well deserving, don't give up. Nominate the person, fill in the application form, send in your justification, and you may never know, that person will just be the happiest person out there. And guess what? When they get that award, they can carry the name with them wherever that they go, and they'll feel good about it.
And they could wear the
medals
and everything.
Yes.
So what you can do, in case you think that the person may not be nominated and you want to renominate, you should take the form, fill it out, don't put the date, photocopy it, and then sign it so that you can have the form. If you have to send it in the following year,
that's correct.
You just put in the date.
And if you think you missed something out, you can always add it.
And you could always add. But I'm just saying in terms of the time to fill it out all over again.
So continue to send
or maybe just do it, type it out and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So there's some little hacks that I suppose people have to take on in their nomination process. But thank you so very much, Sharon Ephraim and Dr. Kentry Jean-Pierre, for sharing with us the Independence National Award, which of course is coming up very soon, and the deadline December the 20th. So you've got about a month to drop in your applications to the Office of the Prime Minister, 5th floor of the Graham Louisy building on the waterfront, Castries, or also imam.louisy at govt.lc, right? imam.louisy at govt.lc. You can also email it in, especially if you are in fact in the diaspora. And all information is online.
All the information is online.
At the Governor General's.
Yes. So we really want to see those applications coming in fast. I just want to say, after we get the applications, we have to sit and we have to do our scrutiny and figuring out. It takes a lot of time, Calixte. We have to go through all of those forms one by one, individually. And after we go through it individually, then we have to come collectively and to be able to make that decision. It's not an easy thing to do, I can tell you. But as anything else, I think we have competent persons on the committee that is able to, and fair. We also have persons that are really fair, that is able to do that. After that is done, this is submitted to the Prime Minister, who will go through our recommendations. And after the Prime Minister goes through and sees that all is well, or makes his own recommendations as well, then it goes to the Governor General. Hence the reason why we have a deadline for the applications, because we must get all of that done before the 22nd of February, because those persons who are who are nominated and we actually get through, with they being able to be the recipients to receive the award. The names will be called on Independence Day.
Indeed.
You
Wonderful.
know?
Wonderful.
And then after that, then you have the just call it
justification. The
just-
actual awards will happen.
the
right?
actual
Yes.
awards will happen
Wonderful.
after that.
Sharon
sometime in
and
March.
Gentry, thank you so very much for
Yes.
joining us. We're way over time already.
Just don't
So-
forget us, Calixte, in your subsequent
So we'll
programs.
try to keep on a mention of that,
Yes,
definitely.
please.
And,
Thanks for having us.
And of course, thanks to all those for listening. Do have yourself a wonderful Monday. I'm your host, Calixte Jr., saying goodbye.